Ah, it's very sad, isn't it? I mean, every December, like everywhere around here, like everywhere, this place is packed with rollickers and frolickers, all being festive and making merry, and it's lovely. It's always lovely, but sadly, not to be this year. Well, Christmas is going to happen anyway, whether we like it or not, and I'm sure we all do. But obviously, we're going to have to moderate our plans a little. The 15-guest lunch we were planning with a turkey the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, well, that's off. And maybe some of you are having a 2-4 guest dinner. There's no reason why it can't be amazing and special. All sorts of magazines and TV shows showing how to do great things. We're going to do one little thing for you, and it's a guinea fowl. Forget turkey just for once. If there's not too many of you, guinea fowl is where it's at. And since it is Christmas, I'm going to have to steal some sherry. Joyeux Noël, everyone. Ta-da! Lovely free-range guinea fowl there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be wrapping the bacon over, streaky bacon, lard it first. Then we're going to stuff it with some peeled garlic cloves and the orange as well. And then we shall set it upon, look at that shadow there, how unprofessional. We're going to set it on this. I've got some garlic sliced there, the whole thing, whole onion, leeks, and carrots. And we're going to put it on top of that and then roast the whole thing. Okay, first things first, to squeeze the orange over the entire thing and into the cavity and then plunge it in there, followed by all that garlic, which may seem insane, but once you cook it as stuffing like that, it loses a lot of its high intensity garlicness. And obviously keep washing your hands as it's raw poultry. If you don't know how to wash your hands after this year, you've really not been paying much attention. Look at this idiot using a knife. Just massage the whole thing in, and then loads of seasoning, just coat it, lots of salt and lots of pepper. And then you're going to take the streaky bacon and basically turn it into an armadillo. That's the kind of look you're going for. Just gently overlap each piece and tuck it in underneath the legs. Oh yeah, here you are, a little bit of olive oil first over everything, not too much, and then straight on top of that veg. And then very carefully, you're going to put that straight into the oven at 180 degrees fan. And 1 hour, 20 minutes later, out she comes. Leaving the spuddies and the pigs in blankets in there a while longer. This is going to take 2 hands to do, so this will suddenly magically appear on that board any second now. Ta-da! And I'm going to cover in foil and let that rest for a while. Now, one of the loveliest things about making gravy this way is the combination of kind of cooking and kitchen practicality, because what you're actually doing is, look at this. This may look like hardened, calcified, carbonized stalagmites, but these are flavor bombs of greater density. This is actually where the base of the gravy is, all the flavor. And by getting these off, as I will demonstrate now, what you're doing is cleaning the pan. So it's 2 birds with 1 stone. Now try to spoon off most of the oil. Not all, but most of the oil. Then just take it over a heat and add about a heaped teaspoon of plain flour. And as much as you can, look at this, try and get all this stuff off the bottom of the roasting dish. Like that. No soaking overnight for you, young man. Now here's the fun part. We deglaze with, I would estimate, what was that? I don't know. Whatever the metric definition of a good glug of sherry. And we're going to use that to help us get all this stuff off the bottom of the pan. Obviously be careful because it's blindingly hot, so be as careful as you possibly can. Meanwhile, I've actually made some roasties in here. So what I've done is I've actually kept the water that I cooked them in, and I will use that to gradually add to the gravy. Maybe turn down the heat a little touch. Yum, 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 yum. And as it starts to thicken, just keep adding your vegetable water. And stir away. At this point, I would normally be a complete reckless fool and try and tip the whole lot of this molten magma into through the sieve into a different pan. But since I'm desperately concerned about your health and safety and well-being, I'm going to do this the slow but results-based way, which is to ladle it individually. All of it, all this stuff, none of it is going to go into the actual gravy, none of these big bits, because they're being sieved out. So I know it's absolutely vile, but believe me, that is not how it's going to taste. This is very tedious and time consuming, so I'm just going to cut away immediately. And then patiently, with a massive wooden spoon, just try and press all that through. It'll take a while, don't rush it, no problem at all, until you have this. Ta-da! Right, I'm going to bring this burning liquid to my lips. At this point, just check the seasoning of the gravy and make sure that it's exactly the way you want it. If you want to thicken and enrich it, just whisk in a little knob of butter towards the end. I mean, guinea fowl's lovely. It's not like pheasant, it's not too gamey, but it's got lovely natural smokiness and can take a quite sweet sauce. In Paysanne, Dave does this beautiful plum sauce with the guinea fowl we serve there, but I think you're going to have to wait till January to try that. But do. And for a little cheesy touch. Fit for a king. Oh, who's that? Typical. It's always the same.
Paysanne, we haven't got a theme song.
Humbug. Ah, Merry Christmas, everybody.